The tech industry is one of the industries with a high-paying job right now. That's why a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure you're watching this because you wanted to shift to tech. Did you know that according to Zipia, the global industry is actually worth roughly at $5.2 trillion right now, wherein 35% of this is actually from North America and 32% is from Asia. And you know what? In the US alone, we have actually 3.97 million, and I say million, tech jobs available right now in 2022, and it's just in the US alone. So if you're interested in shifting to tech, so here are some 5 tips for you to get into the tech industry, at least here in the Philippines, or maybe in the world. Maybe these tips could help you if you wanted to land a job somewhere that is still in the tech industry. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Oshin, and I make videos on personal finance, tech, lifestyle hacks, and whatnots. Alright, so my first tip for you is really to start somewhere. Just start it, just do it, and everything that you're planning to do, you really have to start somewhere. My story might be, of course, extremely different from how I shifted to the tech industry, and it could be different from you. But the first tip definitely is you really have to start somewhere. You know, you might ask me, that sounds really vague, no? But okay, so how do we start? The most common route right now is you can pick either of the 3 things. So the first one is via self-study. A lot of resources are there right now on the internet. You can just Google it away, or you can just do YouTube tutorials. One of my favorite YouTubers for tutorials would be Mosh Hamadani. I will be putting a link of his YouTube video on the description of this video. And yeah, so if you wanted to learn from JavaScript to Python and even C++, C#, anything that you can think of, at least for coding and programming, then Mosh Hamadani might be the right guy for you. He was able to teach some of the things that I'm actually using right now. There are websites that are offering a more structured program in terms of learning data science or tech, and some of these would be from DataCamp or even Coursera. But of course, some of them might be paid, but some of these services are actually offering financial aid, such as Coursera. So basically, that's the first option. The second option would be enrolling in an online class. And when I say online class, it's not the same as what I told you a while ago on enrolling in Coursera or enrolling in DataCamp. It's more of like online class, meaning you get to have an instructor and you'll be in a class, and then you have some classmates, online classmates, whom you can interact with, or you can bond with, or you can work with assignments and projects where there's more interaction in terms of learning. I haven't tried this personally, but definitely there are some resources out there where they offer online classes for shifting to tech, or using data science. And the third one would be, of course, enrolling in a face-to-face classes. I would say personally, I'm actually more of like a face-to-face person. So I really want to go to classes and see the professor or see the instructor and then interact with my classmates face-to-face. Of course, the situation is a bit different right now with all of the global pandemic. The second tip for you is to either look for a mentor that could help you, or either look for a community that could also help you as well, and you could also contribute back. Let's face it, not everyone has the privilege to have a mentor. Not everyone has that luxury of time and energy, and it's totally fine. That's why I would highly recommend to also be involved in communities. There are actually online communities out there. You can find them on Facebook, you can find them on Reddit, you can find it on any websites with group hostings that would also offer that kind of community. And speaking of community, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video, because I might be announcing something in the future that might be related to a community. Aside from having a community, I highly recommend that you attend some talks, conferences, and best of all, join hackathons. It's extremely important that you stay or get the networks out there, join networks, have those connections. It's really about helping each other or giving back to the community so that you would also be able to help yourself and help other career shifters as well. Okay, the third tip might be an unpopular opinion, and some might disagree with me on this. But for me, books are reliable, but only up to a certain extent. At the end of the day, the best way to learn is really to do it and to code and learn from your mistakes, appreciate the small stuff and the small wins that you were able to execute. The books can only help you up to the theoretical part of it, but if you're not going to type or code the things that you wanted to execute, then books are nothing. At the end of the day, you really have to code. Then the best way to learn is to code. And at this information age, books are not your only resources right now. Definitely, there are a lot of resources there on the internet that you can just Google. You know, there's YouTube, you know, everything is on the internet. Like if you need specific articles that you might need on your research on how to execute a specific problem or solve them, sometimes they're just one Google away. You can just always refer to Stack Overflow. I'm not saying that you shouldn't read books anymore. In fact, I still encourage you, but definitely that's not the point of this tip. The point is you have to start coding or else you won't learn. The fourth one is probably the second to the best tip that I'd say most important one, is that to make your tech career sustainable, find a specific domain that is outside of tech but definitely would need the help of tech in order to solve their problem. So I know a lot of people who are working in tech, but sometimes they find themselves a bit confused about their career or about their purpose. And you know what? For me, that's actually a signal that you should find your purpose somewhere else. But do not ever neglect your tech skills, because these are actually valuable skills. What you can actually do is try to find a domain that would be very interesting for you. Try to ask questions on, okay, how can I make technology become more helpful on this specific domain? I know someone who's really a healthcare advocate, and she really likes to help the healthcare industry here in the Philippines, but she's really good at math and she's really good at coding. And right now she's helping companies who will be able to achieve better services for the healthcare industry. This tip is somehow related to Ikigai, or finding your life's purpose, which I highly recommend actually this book. This is Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Hector Garcia and Frances Miralles. I promise this will change your life. Will change how you view things. So I bought this on Fully Booked. When I bought this, it was almost 1,000 pesos, but definitely this 1,000 pesos is worth of your money and time. And last but not the least is definitely my favorite and the best tip that I could ever give to you, is to build a portfolio. You know, coding is nothing if you cannot demonstrate your skills, so definitely you need to produce something that would showcase your skills as a programmer, as someone who's working in tech. So yeah, you can showcase them on GitHub, you can showcase them on your personal website, you can showcase it anywhere that you can host it. You know, there are a lot of website hosting services out there where you can showcase your projects. Building a portfolio is not easy, it's not overnight, definitely it takes time, but I assure you the process is really fun. You get to appreciate how it's like to working in the tech industry by having something on your own that you created for yourself and that you would be able to showcase it, or showcasing something that, hey, I was able to solve a problem and I use it using tech, and here it is. And these are the things that actually employers are looking for when someone's applying to them. If you have definitely a portfolio, that's something that you can showcase, then you have higher chances of getting a job in tech. In my case, I am currently in the process of revamping my portfolio because a lot of things have changed in my life since I came into tech, and I wanted to update them, not really because I'm looking for a new job, but it's really more of like showcasing my skills. And right now I am trying to learn UX design. I'm pretty excited to share to you guys on how I'd be able to finish it, and hopefully I finish it soon before the year ends. Once I'm done with that, definitely I'll share it to you on another video. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and if you find value in this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel and click the bell button beside it so that you will be notified whenever I have a new video. Alright? Again, as I always say, remember that the more you learn, the more you earn. See you again on my next video. Bye!